Hey, folks, my guest today is Francisco Cornejo. He's a husband and father of two boys. His family is his greatest treasure and his greatest project. He's building now a company called storybook-app.com to help parents make their kids fall asleep. Francisco, are you ready to take us to the top?
Let's do it.
Okay, so what's the model here? Are you selling directly to moms and dads, or is there a B2B play?
Yeah, a Storybook is a B2C, a consumer subscription-based app. It's free to download, 7 days trial, and then you have a subscription to have all the content of the app.
Okay, interesting. And when did you launch sort of the first line of code for the application?
So the MVP, we released it in mid 2018.
2018.
But
Okay.
the fast growth, we saw it since January 2020.
January
And here's one
2020.
of the main users of
Little
the app.
ones. I love that. And so how much do parents pay on average per month to use it?
We have yearly plans. So the yearly price in the US is $89.99.
Okay, so $90. And when did you get your first customer? What year?
Well, the day we launch, we started with a pay per download business model back then. Probably the wrong decision, but was great to test our hypothesis. There are people willing to pay for this, even without looking at the app. And the
Hmm.
reviews were great. So on day one, we sold 300 apps. That was really exciting and told us we're on the right track.
And so how much revenue did you do that first year?
The first year, we did around 90K. The second year, we did around 100K. Wasn't much difference. The next year, we did 400K.
Oh,
So
wow.
there's when we started to grow really fast.
And so that would have been 2020, right?
Yeah.
So in 2020, you did 400K. How much will you do this year?
The plan is to get there with 700K,
And
and
what are you at
we're not
today?
pushing to grow. We right now are really busy working on the product. So we're looking in the long term of the
How
business.
much total though this year have you already done?
We're already past 500, close to 600,000.
Okay, so you need about 120,000 of sales in the
Yeah,
next 60 days to break your goal.
yeah, we'll get there.
That's awesome. Okay, and how are you finding these customers? What's your growth strategy?
So we've been relying on paid acquisition since we started, Facebook and Instagram mostly. Now we are seeing a big potential in partnerships and, of course, organic, which takes a long time to build. Now we are seeing the benefits of it.
Francisco, how much did you spend on Facebook and Instagram ads last month
Um, Last month wasn't the typical month, but we are spending around uh, 40K, 50K.
per month? And so how much do you know you can, like, what does it cost you to get a new $90 download?
Depending the country. Right now, for example, the price in Brazil, we are testing monthly plans, which is something we have nowhere in the world. In Latin America, the price is $50. In the UK, the price is £50. In the US, it's $89. So the average CAC, cost per acquired subscriber, it's around $40 to $60, depending on the country.
Okay. So 50
Goes from
bucks,
there.
like in the US, you might spend 50 bucks to get a $90 download. So you're profitable, you're profitable instantly because they pay it all up front, right?
Yeah, well, we aim to do that. We aim to have a higher ARPU than our CAC, so the renewals come as an addition.
Mm-hmm. But it's all annual. So even if your ARPU average revenue per user per
Exactly.
month is, I mean, you're getting it all right back immediately. Now, have you raised capital here? Or have you bootstrapped?
Yeah, we raised our pre-seed round last year. We were lucky enough to crossroads with Jason Calacanis, amazing angel investor, probably one of the top five in the US, if not the top three at least. And he also was an early investor in Calm.com. And he fell in love with the business model because he knows about the subscription apps and how massive they can grow. But he also understood the need of helping parents to get their kids to sleep because of a personal experience. So it was a
So,
great
so
fit,
how
and
much did you
that was
raise
our
in the
first
seed
raise.
round last year?
So it was around 1 million.
1 million. Okay, got it.
Mhm.
And what sort of cap or valuation did you raise that at?
We raised at 8 million.
Okay. Did that feel fair to you? Like looking back, was that the right call?
Yeah. I think the potential was there. The numbers show that the investors are happy, and we're looking to raise more. So yeah, I think it was
You've only
fair
raised $1
valuation
million
at the
to date
time.
then.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. How much are you looking to raise now?
We're still undecided on the figure.
Yeah. What do you think it'll be? Do you have a range?
We're aiming to get to our Series A next year. So we should be looking at, it could be anything from 5 to 7 million.
Mm-hmm. And if you raise 5 million, what do you think you'd spend that money on? Is it mostly CAC?
Well, it's going to be growth, massive growth. Right now, we have been really focused on the product. So if you compare Storybook from what it was a year ago and what it is now, we tripled our metrics in retention, in monthly active users, we increased the content by a lot. So we look at our MAU. The only thing that we care is people who are actually completing the stories, not looking at the app, not starting a story, the ones who are completing stories. And it's around 30K.
30,000 monthly active users today.
Yeah.
And what was it a year ago?
A year ago was in December last year was around 8,000.
Around 8. Okay, yeah. So this is great growth. How many customers will download the app this year, or how many, I guess, are on the monthly or the annual recurring plans now today?
So right now we have 10,000 paying subscribers, active paying subscribers.
10,000 paid. So when you say active paying subscribers, does active mean they're part of that MAU number?
Yeah.
So I guess if you have 10,000 customers, how can you have 30,000 monthly active users, like triple the amount of your paid customers? Are there a bunch of free users in there?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Got it.
It's a freemium model, so you can use the app for free. But if you want to get access to all the content, you need to pay for a subscription.
I see. So 10,000 paid on the annual plans. How many total downloads does the app have all time?
All time. We are a little past 1.5 million.
Okay, 1.5 million. So you've converted 10,000 of those into paid.
Yeah, well, remember that the business model changed. But yeah, ultimately, that's what it is.
Yep. Interesting. Any other product lines? I mean, can you sell anything else to these 10,000 customers to increase ARPU?
Yeah, of course, many things. But the focus right now is to make a Storybook the best product it can be, so we can launch for a more aggressive growth. And instead of focusing to get more money out of this 10,000, we want to get to 1 million subscribers, 2 million subscribers. And along the way, we will be launching additional things, premium content, physical products. We have a few things down the line, but I don't want to spoil the surprises.
That's fair. And who is we? How many people on the team today?
We are 20.
20 people. And are you the sole founder?
No, actually, my co-founder, she's the brains and heart and soul of the product. She's the one who came up with the idea and who writes the stories and creates the content for Storybook.
Is she your wife?
Yeah.
All right. So you guys are co-founders. You split it 50-50 at the start?
Yeah.
Very cool. You didn't give her a little more, let her have 51%, and you take 49%?
She deserves that. She deserves everything. Absolutely.
That's amazing. Okay, so you guys split 50-50. You sold 10% to angel investors. So it's like sort of like 40-40-10 or 45-45-10, something like that right now.
Yeah, well, yes, they were safes. So not equity as of now.
Yeah. But when they convert, it'll be somewhere around there.
Yeah.
I assume you're planning to raise it higher than the cap on the note, 8 million.
Of course.
Yeah. Yeah. Very cool. All right. So 20 folks on the team today. How many are engineers?
Our engineering team is 5 people.
5 people. Okay. And what do the rest do?
So the growth team and the product team take our bulk. We are 16 people full time and 4 people half time, scattered across the world. We have people in Spain, in Colombia, in Argentina, Ecuador, 1 person in Australia. But the rest of the team is the product team and the growth team.
Do you, of the $700,000 in revenue you'll do this year, do you have to give 30% of that back to Apple?
No. There's a couple of things. We also sell directly to our website. But most interestingly, both Apple and Google now have a 15% commission if you are selling less than $1 million a year. So they take 50% fee.
I see.
So we're making the most of that. Next year we won't be able to do that. So
I see.
It's last.
Can you just launch a version 2 that starts from 0 and just keep that under a million?
I'm guessing you can, but you will be losing on all the rankings and all the history of the app.
Yeah, very interesting. Okay, got it. So that makes a lot of sense to me. You mentioned partnerships. Name a partner that you'd love to that you think could drive you a lot of customers.
I don't want to jinx it, but we have been working with really interesting companies in Latin America. We're talking with a company in the US, and we're about to close a deal with a consumer, very big player in the baby product space. That we aim it's going to give us at least 1 million new downloads in the first 30 days.
Very cool.
So yeah, I don't want to.
We're rooting for you. Let's wrap up though now with the famous 5, Francisco. Number 1, favorite book.
Wow, that's a hard one. I don't know. The most recent I read was Working Backwards.
Number 2, is there a CEO you're following or studying?
Not really.
Number 3, what's your favorite online tool for building Storybook?
As of lately, I'm a big fan of Notion. I don't know if I can replace that.
Number 4, how many hours of sleep do you get every night?
Between 4 and 5.
And what's your situation? Well, we know you're married. How many kids?
2.
2 kiddos. And how old are you?
I'm 34.
34. Last question, Francisco. What's something you wish you knew when you were 20?
The tech startup world.
All right, guys, there you have it. Storybook app launched in 2018. They did call it $90,000 in revenue. In 2020, they broke $400,000 in revenue. This year, break $700,000 in revenue. 1.5 million total downloads, of which 10,000 have converted to a paid plan. It's parents who want to help their kids go to sleep faster. That quality time right as they're falling asleep. They raised $1 million at an $8 million cap, looking to raise maybe a $5 to $10 million Series A here soon. We'll see what happens. Francisco, thanks for taking us to the top.
Nathan, a pleasure. Thanks so much.
One more thing before you go. We have a brand new show every Thursday at 1 p.m. Central. It's called Shark Tank for SaaS. We call it Deal or Bust. One founder comes on, 3 hungry buyers, they try and do a deal live, and the founder shares back-end dashboards, their expenses, their revenue, ARPU, CAC, LTV, you name it, they share it. And the buyers try and make a deal live. It is fun to watch every Thursday, 1 p.m. Central. Additionally, remember, these recorded founder interviews go live. We release them here on YouTube every day at 2 p.m. Central. To make sure you don't miss any of that, make sure you click the subscribe button below here on YouTube, the big red button, and then click the little bell notification to make sure you get notifications when we do go live. I wouldn't want you to miss breaking news in the SaaS world, whether it's an acquisition, a big fundraise, a big sale, a big profitability statement, or something else. I don't want you to miss it. Additionally, if you want to take this conversation deeper and further, we have by far the largest private Slack community for B2B SaaS founders. You want to get in there. We've probably talked about your tool if you're running a company or your firm if you're investing. You can go in there and quickly search and see what people are saying. Sign up for that at nathanlatka.com/Slack. In the meantime, I'm hanging out with you here on YouTube. I'll be in the comments for the next 30 minutes. Feel free to let me know what you thought about this episode. And if you enjoyed it, click the thumbs up. We get a lot of haters that are mad at how aggressive I am on these shows, but I do it so that we can all learn. We have to counter those people. We got to push them away. Click the thumbs up below to counter them and know that I appreciate your guys' support. All right, I'll be in the comments. See ya.